In this episode of Finno-Greek machining, we are going to make the slots to the rotor for the vanes. But first, let's see what has happened here off the camera. Well, I made, now this is rotating really freely, so there is it's binding no more. Well, I will show you what I did for this. It was actually too tight. And yeah, and now, well, it will be a milling job. So let's go on with those. In order to figure out where the rotor was binding, I blackened all the surfaces on the rotor that might contribute to binding. Then I put the rotor in place and turned it a few times while it was binding. I found out that it was the thick part of the rotor that was too long, so I shortened it 0.05 of a millimeter. After the fix, I put the compressor back together and found out that all binding was gone. Here I am dismantling the compressor for the next operation. So, this here is now my setup. Well, first of all, I'm going to use direct indexing with my dividing head. 6 slots, it's okay. And then we have this, this is a 3 millimeter wide staggered teeth cutter. This is probably the best possible cutter for doing a slot like this. It should be quite free cutting. Well, we will see to that. I have had so far no luck with slitting saws. They have been, my nemesis, so to say. Well, okay. And then, as you saw, I dialed this workpiece in all directions, also from the top side. So it should be there. Well, within 0.03 of a millimeter. Then this cutter is placed right in between, in the center line, okay. Then we have here under this kind of thing. This is not tight. You can wiggle it. It's only there to dampen vibrations. I hope it helps. Because without this, this would be a church bell. It would be vibrating, really. And then, of course, we have a tailstock support here, and this is quite tight here. So, well, I'm running this about, looks like 80 revolutions per minute. Looks like this. This might be actually too fast. But I will see. I can always slow it down. And then, well, yeah, this is scary, of course. And of course, with this kind of thing, safety goggles are a must. Because if this binds, it will explode. I have seen that. This machine has enough torque to shatter this one into pieces, and those fly really everywhere, and they are bullets. So, and then I have this cutting oil here ready for use. This one could probably benefit from flute coolant. This one has that one, but at the moment that coolant is so nasty. This machine, you should not use those emulsions with this one. It should be cutting oil. So therefore I'm going to empty at some point to change that cutting fluid to something more suitable for this machine. So let's start doing this. I'm really scared with this. Oh yeah, 2 done, 4 more to go. Well, first of all, I increased the speed to something like 120 revolutions per minute. It's better because then I can use power feed. I'm using 17 millimeters per minute, and it seems to make decent chips, not too thick. And well, this is eccentric. It is the slitting saw, which is uh, well, and actually it's working amazingly well. Well, let's see. It only takes 1 teeth to break, and then we are. It usually after that it will make you a real mess. So let's do this now. Well, now, as a last thing for this this rotor, a keyway has to be milled here. Well, in this case, because I made it round instead of square, I have a round-ended endmill here. So, well, it's dialed in sideways in the y-axle in the middle, and then I have touched the surface just a little bit. Well, and now I have advanced it to 2 millimeters depth. That should be enough. Yeah. So, well, it's just to do this. It's really a manual operation. We need 5 millimeters of groove here, and well, it's well, let's just do it. It's running 470 revolutions per minute and throwing oil everywhere. Well, yeah, okay, I'm feeding this manually. Should be there. Now let's just test this. Here is the gear. Does it go there? Yes, it did. This key, by the way, is hardened steel, so maybe I take a little bit more from it. Well, that really should do it. These towels are wonderful because they sort of absorb the chips. Yeah, it's there. It goes into there. Very, very well. Indeed. That's done. Well, that's it. I'm totally satisfied with that one. I was really expecting some explosions or whatever with this slitting saw operation. Well, it went amazingly easily. I had no difficulties whatsoever. I could even use power feed with that one. And that's normally if I use slitting saws, I really don't want to do that, because when they bind, that power feed will only make things even worse. You cannot react fast enough, and it will be explosion. Well, okay, actually, having those kind of grooves done with a slitting saw is probably the most efficient way of making these. 3 millimeters wide and 20 millimeters deep. Ha! Try that one with an end mill. Yeah, it's even worse. You have to make multiple passes, and furthermore you will end up having a very poor surface finish on the sides of the grooves. This one produces a mirror-like finish on the sides. Yeah, so it's done. Yeah, a little bit filing there for the end of that shaft to release the binding thing. It's it's always fitting these things together that matters. Okay. In the next episode it will be really exciting. We are going to make the vanes, 6 of them, and they have to be made, I don't know whether I make them from tool steel to be able to harden them. I will think about that. But that will be in the next episode of Pin-O-Brick Machining. Till then, bye!